Hi, everyone. Welcome to part two of our review of the legal tech software GCAI. I want to go through bulk redlining using their Playbook feature to see how scalable the tool is. I've logged into GCAI and I've created a project titled redlining. So we're going to click that project. And in that project, I'll start a new chat. And I've already uploaded my contract, so there's no need to upload those. So the task is that we, in-house counsel, have received a bunch of contracts and we have been asked by the sales division if these are good to sign. So to determine that, we're going to run those contracts against our internal policies that I've saved in the form of a playbook. And I've uploaded it to GCAI through their playbook tab. Add playbook, we're going to use this one under my playbooks, this commercial vendor agreement playbook. We're just going to select that. And then company, I'm going to change that to Orion, not BlackRock. Then we're going to input the prompt. Okay, it says review the contracts or files in this project against the uploaded playbook and then redline all contracts to comply with this playbook. Hit run. So it's finished reviewing all of our contracts. This table that we've gotten is at first glance, you can see the issues that have been raised, where they're fine and where they need to be adjusted. Let's scroll down to see more of its results. And so it's already suggested the redlining. So on proposed 8 changes for review, this is change 1. Client shall pay invoices within 30 days, not 60 days, 30 days. Late payments may incur interest. Fees are non-refundable. Client bears all tax obligations. And then it's added this note. In no event shall client be required to pay more than 20% of the total annual fees in advance. Right. So these are the things that you need to add into your playbooks. And so once you've added those, you can simply upload those as playbooks to GCAI. And we want to track changes. And I trust that our playbook looks good. So we'll just apply all 8 changes. And that's it. Then you can download the edited document and you can open it. You have to open it in Microsoft Word to see the redlining. So there we go. And it should pop up with your name. There we go. My name on the software is TLE, so makes sense. So yeah, this is what I was referring to. So this is all the redlining. Your name will come up and it looks good to go. We can go through these redlinings, apply, hit apply, track those changes, download those contracts. And then if we scroll down again, all 5 contracts have been redlined. Here are what was proposed across each document. Now, this information would be great for our report. So you can also ask GCAI to add these findings to a report and to generate that report. Or you can ask GCAI to come up with an email and add those findings and email those to whatever stakeholder wants that information. If we use AI to perform this task, we can save time on hunting for information in contracts, rewriting the same clauses repeatedly, and we will also reduce the risk of missing information. Redlining, as you have seen, is a process that can be standardized and scaled with the right tools. In this case, it's GCAI. Your playbooks serve as a checklist of things that your company cares about. And here's where you save all your playbooks. Here are all the templates. Let's just click on one. So this is what I mean by it's a set of checklists, essentially. I mean, it's called playbooks, but it's a set of checklists. And it's got things like payment terms, renewal terms, important stuff that your firm cares about. And more importantly, how much you care about those things. Is it of high importance? Is it of medium importance? These are things that you can also, is it of low importance? These are things that you can set in your playbooks. So playbooks serve as a checklist of the things your company cares about. And then AI applies your judgment and then gives you a draft red line, like a smart colleague would. Now, this whole process that we've undertaken can be fully automated. You have a well-detailed playbook that you can turn into a skill, an AI agent, if you will. It's essentially an AI agent. That's what the skills feature on GCAI is. And you can ask GCAI to run through this whole process that we've just done on new contracts at a certain time and then email you the results. If you go to the skills library, yeah, here are all the templates of skills. You can modify one of these templates or you can create a new skill. The one that's closest to the task we've just performed is the abstract lease skill. So click on that. If you scroll down to the bottom, you see a detailed list of all the instructions in that skill. So this is the checklists and things that you want, instructions that you want done. So you have a bunch of these different instructions, but you can also add information from your playbooks and say, hey, please check that it has this, this, and that. And if it doesn't, please redline and correct that. So you can add the information from your playbooks into these skills instructions. So you can take the information from your playbooks and you can add those as instructions. And these are just examples. You can click on these examples to see the prompts other people have run. And yeah, so these are examples of the prompts other people have run and the kind of results they've gotten. Let's go back. And so these instructions, which you can add information from your playbooks, is what will be automated. And it will be automated against a bunch of contracts or documents that you want to run against. So like I said, you can create a new skill. We're just going to automate this skill. And then you have to give it a name, and then give it a description. This is optional. And then give it an instruction. Follow all the instructions set out in the abstract list instructions attached, this one here. And then we're going to select the correct company, select the correct project, commercial lease, and then you can determine the schedule when you wanted to run this, the frequency of that as well. Select daily, 358. And then it says runs every day, and then you can ask it to email the results, and then you can hit create automation. One of the other things is you can ask it to just run now if you want it to run. And on the left-hand corner here, you'll see that it's running this task. So you don't have to be at your desk or watching a screen for it to do this. It will just run through the whole process that we just did. If you're using playbooks and you're using those instructions as a skill, and it'll just email you the results as soon as it's run this process. So it's a way to automate your workflows, especially if you already know what you want to ask, you already know what you want to extract, you already know how you do your redlining. View the result by just clicking on the workflow. And so here are your results. So it will detail all the results for lease one and says this is a ground lease between etc. And then it will give you a summary and the issues it's raised. So certain information is missing. Just from first glance, we can see that certain information is missing and needs to be added. So since we already have the information from our skills, this is the information we want to extract. We already know that from the skills, and it's currently missing from our contracts. Same thing with contract 2. This one's a little bit better. It gives a short summary of the contract at the top here, and then a little bit of information missing here. So this is the information I would use as my first to-do list. Essentially, the information that's missing here would be, it needs to be highlighted. You can create a report, ask it to just generate a report of the missing information in case you need to update some people, or you need to add this to your to-do list, or you need to request certain information. So guys, it's been great reviewing GCAI. I really enjoyed using this software. You know, this is not your standard legal tech tool for someone who's looking for just a generic tool. This is really for in-house counsel, which has a budget. It does a lot of bulk work, a lot of reviewing, researching work, and they need a heavy-duty tool. And something that also does a lot of automated workflowing, because I think they will obviously add to the existing suite of skills and things like that. I'm really excited to see what they do with that, since automation is something that's obviously on a lot of legal teams' minds. So this is not your generic tool. I would not suggest this if you are just simply looking for a tool that just does one thing. This is essentially supposed to be your day-to-day tool if you're in-house counsel. And I can easily see how someone who's an in-house counsel would just need a GCAI. And so they wouldn't need a bunch of different AI tools. It literally does everything you need as an in-house counsel. In terms of cost, I think it's around $500 per seat per month. Obviously, I'm sure if you have multiple seats, you can ask for a reduction in price. But again, guys, I've really enjoyed reviewing this tool. See you on the next one, guys. Thanks. Take care.